Negative modifier is intended for mature audiences. What the fuck are you doing here?
It is a brisk October 30th in western Massachusetts. A howling wind whips through the various trees and over the small fields that break up the wilderness between towns. But that's not why you're here. You're here to sneak in to S.C.R.E.A.M. S.C.R.E.A.M, the abandoned theme park on the outskirts of town that mysteriously closed down about 15 or so years ago. No one quite remembers why it closed down. No one quite remembers really how long it's been closed down. What everyone does know is on October 30th is the night you sneak in, make it all the way to the central part of the theme park and steal some merch and bring it back to school the next day. And with it, you earn the admiration of your peers and social standing for the rest of high school. Anyone can do this, but more often than not, it's juniors trying to secure their social standing for senior year. The moon is full and hangs low. The air smells of upcoming storms, and the wind keeps getting worse and worse. As is tradition on the outskirts of the theme park, a collection of teenagers have gathered, beers being drunk, cars are being driven around, music's being played, and the brave are sneaking into Storyland. Catherine Kitten Kelly, tell us a little bit about yourself and what your approach to make it to the center of Storyland is.
So there's like this fence and there was like this hole inside, but in all reality, I was not about to do that because I am wearing something like really cute right now. So I don't want to like rip it because it's like knitwear and stuff. And I just don't want like holes in my knitwear because then otherwise people are going to think that I'm like gross. So like I hopped on this dumpster and I just kind of like jumped over the fence and I landed entirely on point. So like I'm inside now.
And so as we all know, Storyland is divided up into a couple different areas. You've got the kind of kiddie zone that you walk through when you first come in. As you move deeper into the park, it gets progressively not adult, but more kind of mature in some ways. You've got the horror land. You've got the dilapidated thrill rides that were there. You've got kind of some other stuff going on. Did you pick a specific spot to jump into or just kind of go through the main entrance?
I kind of went off to the side. I haven't been here in such a long time. Like my dad doesn't like ever bring us here anymore because he says that it's like demeaning of us.
I mean, it's been closed, so no one brings you there.
Yeah. Totally forgot about it. It's been so long. I mean, like we spend all of our time in like Hollywood and stuff. So yeah.
Fair enough. So like if there was like maybe like a food court area that might be where you sneak in, just try and get some leverage off the dumpsters or something.
That sounds great. I'm just like I'm totally cool with it being kind of like the food court dumpster that I'm just kind of hopping over because I know that that's there at least.
All right, so let's start this off with a sports. See how successfully you do that. So the way this works, you're going to roll 2d10, add those together, and then add your appropriate kind of stat to this.
Cool. So I get a running start and I hop over the fence. And you know what? Maybe it wasn't a flip like I thought I did last time, but I did like a perfect splits in the air. I rolled a 15.
Yeah, you more than clear the fence. Good for you. And you find yourself inside of Storyland. Chet.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about yourself and what part of the park you chose to enter into.
Well, you know, my dad, he's the mayor. And I asked him to see if he could get his buddies to just let me and my friends in. He said no and grounded me. So I snuck out, stole the car. He's not going to call the cops. He's a pushover. I'm just going to hop the fence, find a window to climb in.
All right, so you're going to pick a part of the park to enter into. What would it be? Like?
Probably somewhere off the main road.
All right, cool. So probably one of the less frequented parts of the park, like the farther back parts. So let's say you jump into the game section of the park where they had a lot of not carnival rides, but like carnival booths and stuff for various cheap toys and games.
All right.
And let's see your sports to jump into the park.
All right. 2d10. I got a 15.
You clear with ease. Last but not least, Chance Hopkins. Tell us a little bit about yourself and how you enter the park.
So, Chance is a kind of traditional, very much sciencey lab geek nerd, but he's trying to make a name for himself. Like it's the kind of situation where he's heard, like, if you can get pretty far into the park and gather something that's really unique and rare, that you can make a name for yourself at the school. And so that's kind of my goal. Obviously, my mindset is, well, it's an abandoned park. Sure, at most you're just going to run into other school kids and you can kind of just hide there and all that stuff. So it's kind of the way I'm kind of thinking about it. My approach is going to be not necessarily anything that's too difficult for me because I'm not very athletic. So I will look for some sort of like already existing entrance that may not be completely closed off. Yeah, so I'll try to look or take the kind of the path of just moving to an area where it's easier to just already navigate because the path to get there already exists. So
I mean, the main entrance is already there if you just want to go through that. There's only a couple boards that stop you from getting in there, and some other kids or teenagers have already kind of pulled those aside to get inside.
Yeah, assuming it's not obviously too crowded or anything like that, then that would be my approach.
Nah, this is a rite of passage. Not everyone does this. It's mostly about a crowd gathering to watch people do this. You're going in the front?
Yep, that'll be my approach.
All right, let's see how kind of well we navigate the mild land field of getting in there just with the kind of boards and whatnot blocking the entrance.
I rolled a 12.
That is less than a 13.
Oof, I can't even walk through the front door.
I suppose this makes a little bit of sense. You're being awfully brash walking in the front, but so as you kind of manage to slide your way past the few remaining boards that have not been pulled out over time and not been replaced yet, the sun finally dips below the horizon and night is upon you. The moon shines bright overhead, but is slowly covered by clouds, and as the darkness engulfs the park, something strange happens. Slowly but surely, lights click on. Rides begin to move. The various ambient sounds and music systems begin to slowly grind to life. None of it does this well. It's a slow kind of crawling, clawing cacophony, though, of sounds and sights and just age being ripped asunder. But you all now find yourself in a maybe not illuminated as intended theme park, but bright enough at least where you are right now to see effectively well like you're at a carnival or something, and no explanation to how this started. Where do you go next?
Who was that directed to? Is it just kind of like a general?
You're not a group yet.
Okay, cool. Cool.
So we just noticed this happened to the entire park at this point. So
Yeah.
we're just, okay.
Oh, cool. This makes it totally easy. I want to see if in the Storyland, if there's any kind of merchandise kind of left over or anything else like that, or if it's already been picked through.
So the bad news is the majority of kind of easily accessible merch booths around the edges and stuff have been picked clean. You would know that the only merch that remains is at the center of the park at kind of this it's been described as kind of this big storybook castle or something, like a mishmash of various kind of made up fantasy castles all slammed together to make kind of a point where various stories combine into the crossroads of this park. It had at one point in time the biggest point of sale in the entire park.
Okay. So if anything, Kitten's going to be reaching into her tiny backpack that she happens to have. You know, the ones with the big, with giant straps, and the backpack is no bigger than a hand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, one of those. She's going to reach in and pull out her cigarettes. She has to stay fit. I mean, doing drills and everything else like that, great, whatever. But any kind of edge to get cheer captain, absolutely. So she's going to pull out her cigarettes, light one, and take a drag and just start walking towards the center of the park.
Sure.
Does that gain me a hope?
Yeah, that's engaging in advice. You get to pick up a hope for that.
Cool. Oh, she smokes Cowboy Killers, by the way. Marlboro Reds. That's what she got from her dad. Actually, no. I think they're Marlboro 76s, 73s. It's the gold pack.
All right. Chance, you do anything else different as you're kind of moving into the park?
So my approach is, now that we've got some lights on, amusement parks genuinely tend to have those little like pillars or like little like stands that have kind of a layout of the map. And so obviously my go-to is because, well, logistically, it makes sense that they would probably still have some sort of semblance of a map there. So I can at least go and get an idea of kind of the layout, so I can see where I am and then work my way and kind of figure out like landmarks, because obviously this place is abandoned. So it'd be nice to kind of have some sort of semblance of like landmarks to navigate my way around and make notes of it. So for me, it's very much that like getting my read on, if you will.
Sure. All right. So easy enough to find one. They're all over the place. So yeah, you find one and it's strange. There's like some staining around the "you are here" marker on the map. Give me a cool.
Okay. My cool is at 0. So I just roll a 2d10 and I rolled an 8.
So while you're studying this, you realize that the spot is wet. And you realize this when a red drop drops from the kind of little hut structure above this map area and splatters on the map. As you look up, you see one of your classmates has been dragged forcibly up into kind of the hut structure of this, and they are slowly leaking blood out of their mouth, down their tongue, and landing on the map. How do you respond?
My initial reaction is to go, holy shit, and then just start running away from it and like try to just like hide somewhere. For whatever reason, that's just my go-to react is just try to hide and run.
Being loud and whatnot?
Oh yeah, no, I absolutely just scream, holy shit, and just run.
Chet, Kitten, you both hear someone scream holy shit from not that far off from where you are. What do you do?
Go take a look. Hey, who's there? What you doing?
Upon hearing that, I'm still freaked out by this, so I'm like trying to keep quiet and I'm like hiding from like, I don't know if it's like some growth, because you know Mother Nature has taken over the theme park in terms of
there's
like
ample
this,
places to hide.
Yeah, so I'm just hiding and just trying to keep quiet because I don't know if this voice is the, you know, whoever did this or if they're just some innocent bystander. I'm just on reflex hiding.
So Kitten's gonna run towards the holy shit yell. And when she kind of gets there, she's gonna look around and just kind of see like no one. To where she just kind of responds, hello? What the hell was that? Oh my god, Chet.
Oh, it's you. Met you at that party.
Oh my god, it's Kitten.
Kitten. I knew that. It was right on the tip of my tongue.
Jesus. You're such a fucking idiot, Chet. I cannot believe you completely forgot about me.
I didn't completely forget about you. I'm just not.
You couldn't even remember my name.
Look, Catherine, I'm not good with names.
Oh my god, don't use Catherine. You make me sound so old. It's Kitten.
God, I'm sorry. Jesus. Did you hear that, by the way? You know,
yeah, you didn't scream? That wasn't you.
No, me scream? Why the hell would I do that?
Let's be real. Like, you absolutely would scream. Well, if that wasn't you, then is someone... Hello? Somebody hurt? I realize I'll have like a half like finished cigarette in my hand, and I kind of flick it into the dirt and I stamp it out. Hello?
So I am still hiding, scared, but I'm going to try to like slowly sneak away, but I lose my balance and I like tip over and like I make a thud when I hit the ground.
So do we look over and see Chance?
Sounds like it.
Oh, ew. Who are you?
No, nobody. And then like I start to try to like gather my stuff because I'm like disheveled because I'm just like freaked out. And I'm like, you guys didn't see it?
What?
See what?
Upon hearing them saying what, I point to the top of the map thing to the body that I saw a second ago.
I'll look up.
I will follow and look as well. Oh, ew. Holy shit. Ew. Oh my God. Who is that?
That's a good prank.
I don't think that's a prank.
Chet like wipes his finger on the where like the blood is dripping and like smells it.
Oh my God, Chet, ew. What the fuck are you doing?
I thought it might be like, you know, jam or something.
Yeah, that's how you catch syphilis. What the fuck?
I don't have syphilis.
Maybe not before, but maybe now.
Yeah, sure, right.
So is it like real?
I don't know. Is it real, Charlie?
Oh, it's definitely real. It's even a classmate you all vaguely remember seeing at one point.
What the fuck? I mean, I guess I'm gonna like look around, you know, kind of like freaked out in the moment, trying to see if like there's anyone around, making sure, you know, the paranoid look.
Okay, cool. Are you in on this? Because like,
No, that's fucked up, man. That's real. That's real. Whoever the fuck that is. I mean, I know that guy. I don't know his name, but I know him. I take math with him. He's kind of, I mean, I think he's pretty smart. Was.
Yeah, I saw them around too. And yeah, that doesn't look like a prank to me. So I don't know, but I think we should go.
All right. Hold on. I'm going to go. Give me a second. Let me, I'll be right back. I'm going to go and make sure the way I came in, there's nobody, you know, there still, or there's no one there.
Chet, what are you doing? Oh my God.
Did
you just...
It's fine. It's fine.
Don't leave. Why are we splitting up?
They walk through the door.
Chet, fucking fine. Go off by yourself. Deal. You could deal with whatever kind of shit that you have to deal with. Sorry, Charles.
It's Chance.
Chance. Okay. We had history last year together, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Did you see anything?
Just I found them like that, and I'm frankly I don't want to hang around here too much longer because I don't want to end up like that. So
the moment you say hang, the body seems to come loose and falls with a splat onto the map and kind of slides down, splattering blood in all directions.
So when that happens, I instinctively just scream and go, like, I just go, ah!
So, Chet, were you in eyesight of this?
I mean, up to you.
Everyone give me a cool.
A cool, you say? I'm
cool with a 14.
I'm not cool at all with the 11.
Oh no. I'm cool with it, weirdly enough, with a 17.
Yeah, they were on your radar. They were on your level. Maybe they were on Chance's level. Who knows? But yeah, off in the distance, you hear just a heavy wheezing.
What the fuck was that?
Hello? Who's there? Show yourself. Hello?
I kind of start like looking over there like, what the heck was that?
Probably one of the rides, you know, coming on and making like a sound, you know, like a clown or something.
You ever hear a ride that sounds like a laugh?
You know, like animatronics and whatnot.
Yeah, except like we're in the middle of, where are we? Where exactly are we? We're not in Storyland anymore. We're just kind of in the front entrance.
Yeah, you're kind of at the edges of Storyland at this point. Like you're at the part where the kiddie area ends. And as you're kind of looking around having this conversation, the various music kind of suddenly seems to stop and change and goes, "Welcome to the Halloween Wonderland," and seems to say that over and over on loop, but then kind of slowly fades out into the background as whatever recording of that seems to die off.
Mechanics question, Charlie. Do you want us to just mark Hope down when we do a thing rather than okay?
Yeah.
I see like the speaker where this is coming out over and over again.
It's coming out from all the speakers and also things that aren't speakers, like PA systems and stuff. Like it's really strange and it's warbly and kind of echoey. And it's all kind of a little bit out of sync too.
All right, look, I need to get something and get out of here. I'm assuming that's why the rest of you are here too. Let's run in really fast, grab our shit, and get out. If this gets any creepier, then we can call the cops.
I mean, yeah, sure. Let's. It might be better if we stick together as a group. I mean, that makes sense, right? Like,
yeah, I'll keep you safe.
Okay, but like, here's the thing: it's not just like us four that's in here. There's like other people that are going to be here as well. We have to like tell other people about this
and make it look like we're guilty.
No, I'm not saying that like we're going to be like, hey, what's up? We did this. Obviously not, unless you did it.
I didn't do it. But imagine going up to our classmates and going, hey, by the way, when you're working your way in, there might be a dead body on the way. But hey, safe travels.
Oh my God. You didn't have to be so callous about it. There's like a dead person here. I'm saying like we should warn people to like get out as soon as you can. Also to get the shit that we need to get, because then that just means that we're going to be the only ones with stuff.
Look, what you two can debate the morals and everything. I'm gonna go check out over there where the laugh was coming from, and you guys can catch up.
The laugh was coming from everywhere, chat. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? It was like on all the speakers.
Yeah, but it sounded like more that way. Points like deeper into the entrance. Plus, there's gonna be stuff over there, so just catch up.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be right behind you. I'd rather not like be stuck with someone that's like not gonna help out or anything else. No offense. Chance. No offense, Chance.
Yeah. Okay. And as like I say that, I like secure my backpack on me and like go, all right, well, let's get going. I don't want to be around here. This is weird. And yeah, can we please go?
Don't worry, Chase, you're safe with me.
It's Chance.
Sorry, Chance.
I said it like 3 times.
Huh?
Never mind. Let's go. And Kitten starts walking towards the center of the theme park.
I'll just follow because I'm like, yeah, I'm definitely not taking point.
All right, everyone give me a read as you're moving deeper into the park.
Oh my God. Barely. I got a 13.
I got a 14.
Kitten's rolled a 16.
Yeah, so progress is pretty good. You kind of managed to navigate pretty well. And eventually you wind up in kind of the central-ish area. The good news is you've done a pretty good job of navigating your way through the park up till this point. The bad news is now that you're here, it's going to be a lot harder to navigate. Like, it's almost become a labyrinth of discarded stuff and like boarded up boxes and closed down windows and like secured doors and stuff like that. You're going to have to kind of very carefully either make your way over some piles or through some things or like, yeah. So to paint the scene some, you're kind of standing at the outer wall that surrounds this castle, and there's supposed to be little bridges, or not little, but like bridges that connect the various lands to it. Those bridges have long since kind of rotted away or been smashed. You'd have to either crawl through the moat and up or find some alternative way in. From where you're standing, you can't see an operable bridge, but also some people in the past have like thrown a 2x4 across the gap and maybe made that work or something like that.
Yeah, can I find like a discarded like pipe or something to just start carrying around?
A pipe?
Yeah, just some kind of makeshift weapon.
Yeah, give me a read to see what you find.
I failed. I rolled a 12.
I mean, you find the pipe, but like you find a pipe sticking out of the ground, you start pulling on it, and like as you're pulling on it, kind of like it dislodges some of the ground, and like a big chunk of the like moat that you're standing on falls, and you kind of like fall backwards to the ground as like a big chunk of it goes away, making at least getting from this side in harder.
Was I able to get the pipe though?
Yeah.
Oh, whoa. Holy shit. God damn.
Oh my God, Chet, you almost fell in.
No, I just slipped. I'm fine.
Yeah, you could have like slipped and broken your neck and we would have to deal with like 2 dead bodies.
Take more than that to break my neck. Look, you kind of Chance, right? Chance?
Yeah, Chance.
You look like you're kind of smart, nerdy. You build us a way across.
Sure. And so I kind of start to look around and see if I can like put together some sort of makeshift thing to get across, and something relatively sturdy, but also like not too complex.
Yeah, let's start with a read to see what you can find in the surrounding area that might be usable.
Okay. Jesus. I rolled a 9.
All right, so you find some not so great boards. Give me a mend to see if you can kind of put them together to make like a bridge or something like that.
Rolled a 5.
I mean, you kind of like stack some wood and some parts together into what looks like a very, very secure bridge.
I kind of look over at the two, like after saying, yeah, pretty smart, and presenting what looks like a really bad science experiment at the science fair. And like, here we go.
You all right?
Wait, hold up. Wait. Chance, okay, like, I'm going to be real with you right now. What the hell is that?
Look, it's not my best work, but I get nervous under pressure, okay?
Which is fine. It's just that I don't know if that's going to be the best idea. Is there a way we could test this out without maybe, like hurting either of us? Because like if I break my ankle, I'm done for.
Yeah. How big is the moat, Charlie?
It's like 10, 15 feet wide. Like you can't jump this easily, or jumping it's out of the question. But also, the bridge looks fine. It's old wood and stuff like that. You'll get across fine.
Yeah, throw that puppy down. I'll give it a try. I'm not the football coach, varsity captain for nothing.
Chet, I swear to God, I hope your head is as thick as I think it is, so that way when you fall, it'll be like a football helmet.
He like taps the plate of his forehead and is like, thick as can be.
Oh my God.
So do you 3 start across the bridge?
Yeah.
All right, so who's going first?
I am.
All right, so who's going second?
I'll go ahead and go second.
All right, and that means you're going third, Kitten?
Yep.
All right.
Do you have to refer to me as character name rather than my player name?
You did this to you.
This is the most unhinged game we've ever played.
And we played Honey Heist. Like,
all right, so Kelly, give me a sports as Chet and Chance are about halfway to 2/3 the way across. You kind of step out gingerly onto this bridge of sorts. Give me a sports.
Here's my first under 13, 12.
All right, so predictably, as you get out above the moat, this thing just snaps and splinters and you all fall 15, 20 feet into kind of this mucky, dirty, disgusting water that's been collecting at the bottom of this. You all take 2 wounds as kind of like various garbage, and some piping kind of stabs into you and cuts you up some, and just kind of most of you is kind of lying in the muck on the ground, covered in waste and water and stagnant, just kind of mud water. Everyone give me a cool now that you're lying in the bottom of this moat.
Can we use hope to try to mitigate some of that?
You can.
Okay. So I guess
how much hope do you have?
I have 3 hope currently.
So you can spend 3 hope for resilient. Avoid taking wounds.
Okay. I'd have to use all 3 to prevent taking the wound. Okay, yeah.
Yep.
Would it be possible, Charlie, because I was furthest along, that I attempted to jump to the other side before it snapped?
I will let you roll a sports to see if you can mitigate it some. It's still too far to jump.
That makes sense to me. I got a 17.
All right, so instead of 2, you're going to take 1 damage.
I'll take it.
I still need a cool from everyone, though, as you're just kind of lying in the filth at the bottom of the trench.
All right. If I use my 3 hope, do I still need to roll the cool?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm going to use my 3 hope to not take any damage.
All right. That just stops you from taking damage. You still fell into a pit.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I rolled a 9.
I rolled a 17.
I rolled a 7. Chet, what the fuck? This is all your fault.
What? What do you mean my fault? I didn't build the fucking bridge.
You're the one who said you use the stupid fucking bridge.
It tastes so nasty.
Oh my god. Oh my god. My clothes
Why'd
are
you all
ruined.
get on after me? We should have gone one at a time.
You said it was gonna be fine.
This is not my fault. Blame the nerd.
Chance was just like doing his best.
So I don't swallow any of this.
No freaking duh. This is like, oh my god, like if this is like sewage, I'm going to yak.
As kind of all the yelling is going on, I just kind of start looking for some sort of like exit or ladder or some sort of way to climb out.
So there's no way up and out, but you do see what appears to be a pipe that would drain into the moat, maybe, or maybe was used to circulate water in the moat. More importantly, though, you hear a sound from up where you fell down.
Yep, I'm going to look up.
I like freeze and I like look up as well.
So standing there, you can't see it in detail because it's kind of backlit and silhouetted, is what appears to be maybe a man in a long flowing cloak of some kind. You can only see the outline, though. It kind of seems to go to the ground and like fold up like it's feathers or something at the very base, kind of like they're wearing a dress of some kind that's a little too long and being pushed up by the ground. You can't see their eyes, you can't see any details, but they are definitely looking down at you.
Hey, who are you? Can you throw like a rope down or
Hello?
something?
Hey,
Oh my god, like we fell. Could you like get us out of here?
I also join in and go, hey, yeah, is there like, there should be some sort of like rope or something there. Can you throw us a line?
There's a loud boom of thunder and a flash of lightning, and the figure is just gone. And it starts to rain ever so gently on you.
What the fuck?
Huh?
What the fuck?
I think I drank too much moat water. I'm seeing
Okay, no,
things.
hold up. We all saw him, right? Like,
Moat water madness.
okay, stop drinking the water, chat.
It's hard. I can't really
Yeah,
swim.
actually, no, that's not going to be a good thing, especially just because it's raining and we're in the middle of a fucking ditch. There's that pipe, but like, that's just like a drainage thing, right? Like, if it's inside the moat.
I'm going
No,
to the pipe.
chat. Oh my
I'm
god.
gonna go. It's the only way. I don't want to be in here any longer. It smells
No,
gross.
okay, but like we could build a pyramid and you could be like the base, and then like I can like help boost Chance up, and then Chance can like help pull us out.
Chance could not help pull a wet noodle out
Oh my
of
god,
this.
Chat, don't be a dick.
I'm sorry, okay? His mind is big, not his
As they're
muscle.
arguing, I'm just working my way towards the pipe, like to like see exactly if there's anything written on it to try to like see if it's like a draining pipe to see if we can get water out or something or anything like that. But yeah,
I call back up to where the person was standing. Hello, are you still there? Are you trying to find like rope and stuff? Hello?
There's no response, and the rain starts to get a little bit worse, and you realize it's starting to fill the thing you're in a little bit.
Shit. Oh my god. These are genuine leather. I can't ruin my shoes too. Okay. Chance, where are you going? And I like run after Chance.
All right, so you're making your way through the pipe.
Yeah. Is there like water running through it?
yeah. How big is this pipe? Because like I was just trying to go over to like investigate it to see if like we can see what it does, or is it like an actual path you go down? Like
It's a pipe you can crawl through. It will not be comfortable. Like it will be a tight space, but you can crawl through it on hands and knees.
Was there any labels that talked about like whether this was like a drainage pipe or anything like that along the?
Not that you're seeing what erosion's taking its turn on things and whatnot.
So I turn over the other two and I go, I don't know what this does and I don't know where it leads, but it's either here or we could wait and hope that the water level goes up enough that we can climb out from the top. But I don't know. That's going to be a lot of rain to wait for. And I don't even know if it'll even get that high.
Give me a read while you're looking at it.
Okay. I rolled an 11. I have the worst dice in the world.
The pipe is definitely big enough for you to crawl through easily. It's most likely your fastest way out of here. Like the chances of this thing actually filling up with water that you could actually crawl out of it are low, and also because of the erosion, you'd have to like really fill up with water, and you'd still have to kind of like go up and over.
So I look at the other two and go, want to go down this way?
I mean, like, what else? What other options we got? Unfortunately, Chet's too dense and can't swim.
Because of my muscles. Makes
Just
me
kick
heavy.
your feet. Kick your
What do you
feet to
mean?
stay afloat. Did you never learn to swim?
Why would I kick my feet? How do you kick your
Okay,
own
I'm
feet?
done with you. I'm done with both of you. And I pop into the pipe and I just start crawling.
All right.
I'll follow.
I'll follow last.
So as you're making your way through the pipe, you're crawling along some, and from behind you, water starts to trickle into the pipe, running past you down deeper into the pipe. You realize this pipe is kind of angled down slightly. And then at kind of the far end of the pipe that you didn't enter from, you hear like some mechanical sounds starting almost.
Wait, so it's the mechanical sounds we're headed towards the mechanical sounds?
Yeah.
What does it sound like exactly? Can I listen a little bit more?
You'd have to get closer to find out. Just kind of sounds like loud machines or something like that slowly turning on. You're a JV cheerleader. What do you know about mechanics?
Honestly, not very much. Did you guys hear that?
Kinda.
Yeah.
Wait, the water's like rushing down. I wonder, is it possible, because I'm a cheerleader and I'm flexible, to like kind of curl up into a ball or like get myself to a point where like instead of me crawling forward, I can get like feet first and see if I can slide down?
Yeah, give me a sports.
God damn it, it's a 10.
So you're trying to do this, but like your feet are slippery from the water and you slip. And you realize that this pipe is a lot steeper than you initially thought. And you start to slide towards the sound.
Head first or feet first?
Feet first. You kind of managed to spin around at least a little bit.
I'm kind of like wiggling or something. And you just hear me go, shit, wait, whoa. And then I just start screaming as I'm sliding down this pipe.
Indeed. Chet, you're in the middle, correct? You try
Yeah.
and grab Kelly or no?
Yeah, I try to reach
All right,
out
see a
and grab her.
sports.
That is an 8 failure. I was thinking about using hope.
Yeah.
Mayhaps.
You would have to get that up to 13, though.
Well, that's the thing. Reading the rules, each hope move can only be used once, so I could use lucky to succeed
Yeah.
for 3 hope. But it can never be used again. I'll let
Alright.
it ride.
Okay, so the rules say that we got to be dumb, we got to be sexy, and I completely lost my spot. Can it be a point where like Chet tries to reach out and save Kitten, but he accidentally just completely rips her knit top and it just kind of like turns into a wide neck and just shows off her cleavage?
Sure, I'm fine with this. It does not change what happens next.
Oh shit, sorry.
Oh my god!
So Chet, from behind you, you suddenly hear the sound of water. A lot of water coming towards you. And like a weird, almost angry slurping or sucking sound, the way one makes when they get to the bottom of their milkshake. Kelly, you are sliding through this pipe as you approach the mechanical sound, or dropped kind of into a 20-foot drop into what can best be described as a tank of some kind with a giant whirling blade at the bottom of it. You were going to take 2 damage. You kind of slam hard into like a mesh gate of some kind, like a barrier that would stop large objects from falling down into the spinning blade. And you realize this is a pump system. It's supposed to pull water from the moat into this space for circulation purposes. So to paint the scene, Chance, there's water somehow flowing down the pipe at you in a kind of a more dramatic sense. Kelly, you've been thrown unceremoniously, top torn asunder, into the reservoir of this pumping system, and you've slammed hard onto this metal kind of safety system. You can see the water from where you came in increasing quite rapidly. Chet, give me some sports to see how elegantly you exit the pipe as the water hits you and just kind of catapults you further in.
Oh boy.
I got an 11, but I am going to use Hope for Better to get a +2.
All right.
Make it a 13.
You said roll sports, you said?
Yep.
I rolled an 8.
So you're going to hit the ground hard too, just taking 2 points of damage. And you hear as kind of, Chet, you managed to land kind of, not gracefully, but kind of without injuring yourself. And you hear that same laugh, that it's echoing kind of around this room you find yourself in. And you realize that there's more and more water coming down the pipe as the room starts to fill up. For now, you are safe standing on this kind of safety, whatever you want to call it. But once this room starts to fill with water, there'll probably be a whirlpool of some kind. You do see kind of up in a corner an escape ladder, a maintenance ladder. You can't quite tell. You cannot reach it, though, from where you're at.
With my pipe, can I try to like jump up and hook into it? Like hook the pipe?
You can try that.
What do you want me to roll?
Let's say give me an escape for that one. We haven't rolled an escape yet. See if you can kind of like get at this thing.
I rolled an 11. Is this like a before I commit to spending any hope? Is this like a ladder you pull down?
Yeah, if you knock this down, it will kind of successfully drop. But also, just because you don't succeed does not mean you won't successfully knock it down.
Yeah, you're just gonna do something. All right, I'll let you do something.
Yeah, so the good news is you kind of whack this thing and it falls down, deploying it so you can escape. The bad news is in doing this, it kind of, you hit it with the pipe and it bounces off and kind of goes flying, and you've now lost the pipe.
Oh, shit. Fuck, all right. Kelly, Chance, let's go. Climb, go.
I start running and climbing.
Yeah, I try to follow along after like obviously hitting the ground there, but yeah, I'll move along there.
Let's see an escape.
So I'm gonna go ahead and spend my hope to buy lucky, which is turn a roll below 13 into a 13 because I rolled a 10.
All right. So you're getting out of here.
I rolled a 19 finally. Fuck.
You're getting out of here.
You need me to roll again, yeah?
Yep.
13.
Yeah, you all managed to kind of scramble up this ladder, and not too soon. It's just more and more water slowly fills the room, and as predicted, yeah, the water starts to churn and rotate and whip around, and being in that water would have been very dangerous. You even hear it kind of like the ladder you were just on start to creak slightly under its own kind of weight as it's being pulled at by the currents. And you now find yourself on a narrow catwalk between kind of various mechanical apparatuses. You're not quite sure what they do, but they appear to be big and industrial and bowels of a theme parky. And there is a big kind of partially illuminated sign that says exit across kind of the room you're in from you. There are some branching paths, but all kind of appear to be access to the various mechanisms and machines and whatnot.
Once Kitten gets up the ladder, she's going to start like breathing heavily and like lightly freak out just because she literally just escaped death.
Yeah, give me a cool.
Okay. That is a 5. She's actually not lightly freaking out. She's fully freaking out, and she's going to rip open her backpack and try to grab some of her cigarettes. As one is straight up just like broken in half, she's going to be like frantically hitting her lighter, trying to light it, and just sucking on like whatever runoff water, tobacco, wet filter sort of situation that's there. It's ugly as hell.
Upon seeing this, I go into my backpack and like try to offer her like a granola bar or something to try to like calm her down and go, here, you want a granola bar? Like,
Chance, are you fucking kidding me? That's all carbs. I want a cigarette.
Yeah, no, surely cigarette's the more healthier option.
A cigarette right now is something that I need to deal with the fact that I almost fucking died because of your stupid plan to crawl into this stupid fucking pipe and end up in this blender.
While they're arguing, I'm going to kind of like absentmindedly wander along for I think that I like wander off out of sight.
Yeah. Kitten, are you messing with like a lighter or something, trying to light your cigarette while doing all this?
Yes.
All right. So on like kind of the third failed click as you're trying to do this, a bunch of the overhead lighting just bursts. Sparks briefly showered down from the various lighting fixtures and kind of hit the ground, making loud clinking noises. You realize a bunch of the glass actually busted open. And there's still enough light you can kind of see where you're going, but it's weird The light now seems to have almost pooled in a way that like it's highlighting a lump about halfway between you and the exit sign. And you're not totally sure the lump was there previously, but you do eventually get your cigarette lit.
I just have a wet, steamy cigarette, and I am like just trying my best to just get a good hit. But as I'm just kind of sucking on this like watery cigarette and stuff, I just kind of take that out of my mouth and I point with my cigarette hand. It's like, what the fuck is that?
I turn immediately to look.
Chet, get your pipe. Chet?
Chet?
Yeah, is this the point they realize that I've wandered off?
Yeah,
Yep.
I was just going to say, like, we go, Chet? And we look around and realize, or I look around and realize he's not here. Chet?
Chet, where the hell did you go? Oh my God. Okay.
Carly, can I like pop out behind them and go boom?
You absolutely can.
I do.
Upon getting, like, scared, I go, fuck!
Yeah, Chance Kitten, give me cools on that one.
I also roll a read to see if I found a weapon while I was out preparing my prank.
Yeah.
I rolled a 7.
I rolled an 8, so Kitten is not happy about this, and she's just going to bolt.
I rolled a 5.
All right, so Kitten, you're bolting?
I'm bolting, yes.
So you trip over this lump on the catwalk, slamming hard into the catwalk for 2 points of damage.
Oh, okay. So what's going to happen is I'm going to trip, and the catwalk has like the little railings and stuff like that, where it is like the top railing and the middle railing. So what's going to be great is the fact that like her shoes are kind of like a little bit designer. So it doesn't really have that much grip. And so as she slips, she like kind of turns around and like faces both Chet and Chance. And as you see her kind of slip and fall, her head kind of hits the top railing. But as it hits the second railing, you can audibly hear a crack and realize that her neck broke. And as her body kind of like limply kind of falls or whatever the hell, you could see her head kind of whip around and she falls off the railing and into the drink.
Yeah, so you hear a splash as Kitten's body hits the water below. But Jad, I'm now going to share something with you. So, Chet, Chance, you've just seen Catherine Kitten Kelly go over the rail to her assumed death. You go investigate. What do you do at this point?
Oh, holy shit!
I'm like mouth agape and I like run over thinking I can like try to help her as she like falls, but she's obviously already fallen. So I'm like looking over basically to get a view of like as she fell. So yeah, I ran over to look.
I follow.
So you're standing kind of looking out over the rails down into the darkness, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Jad, did you find the thing I shared with you?
I have it in front of me.
Do you understand what it means?
Absolutely.
All right. So the lump on the floor behind you stands up. What would be the best way of describing this? I'm thinking kind of like someone wearing it's almost like someone's wearing a skin suit made from kitten, but like the proportions are wrong. Like you poured like a black viscous sludge into kitten and it's now kind of sloshing around in her skin. Does that sound about fair, Jed?
Yeah, that sounds about fair. I would like to think that it's leaking.
Yeah.
Out of like its ears, its eyes, its nose, and its mouth.
Yeah.
And so like it's just turgid and swollen, but it won't stop being swollen.
Yeah, so Jad, we have 2 failures to work with right now. We both get to do something for failure. What do you want to do?
Phenomenal. So I will go ahead and make the world just a little bit more sinister.
How do you do that?
So with the fact that there's glass just kind of all over the place, you just saw Kitten fall to her death. As the reverberating kind of clonk of her body hitting the metal echoes like away from you, you hear an even more kind of unsettling creak as you notice that the catwalk is starting to pull a little to the left and back a little bit. The catwalk is slowly losing its structural integrity.
All right. Chance. As you are staring into the darkness, you hear the sound of something approaching from behind you. What do?
Is the thing behind us on the opposite side of the exit sign?
No, it's the thing that Kelly tripped over. So it's like right behind you.
Okay, so between me and the exit sign, there's this thing that Kelly tripped over.
Oh, no, there's nothing between you and the exit sign yet.
Okay, so can I gun it towards the exit sign?
Let's see an escape.
Okay, I rolled a 10, but I would like to spend 3 of my hope for a lucky to make it a 13.
Have you bought a lucky yet?
I have not. I used resilient already.
All right. So, Chance, you take off, run in towards the exit, and you get out of here as fast as you can. Chet, what do you do?
I like get ready to turn to look at it, and then I see Chance run off. I'm like, oh fuck! And I'll turn around to look at what's behind me.
So you want to go into some detail about what you look like now, Jed?
I would like to think that someone made a wax doll of Kitten, and it's not great, and it's been left out in the sun a little bit, but like as you realize how she moves, it's like she doesn't really have joints or any rigidity towards her. It's like a facsimile of rigidity. And so it's like, wow, did someone just try to do their first year stop motion animation like project right in front of you using the corpse of your homie? But she is ambling and like kind of sloshing her way towards you.
Chet kind of like backs up, he's like, whoa, Kitty. I don't know what happened to you, but you look great. You look as flexible as you want to be to make varsity. Your shoes, they're great. Can you stop walking towards me? You look kind of scary.
So I see that the horror also has free moves that they could use at any time, using the free moves to build tension when the things are going well for the characters.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't exactly like a thing where it's well, but can I one of the options is to make a noise?
Yep, you can do that.
Right on. And so I'm going to start like kind of opening my mouth. You don't really hear like almost like human speech. It sounds like someone's just screaming the entire time, but within that scream, you could hear "It's all your fault" over and over and over again as she like kind of falls over on herself, and you could kind of see her neck kind of roll up and around. And as she stands back up, her head kind of like does this thing where it like spins all the way through. It spins all the way around like a 180, and then her body follows like in a weird fluid motion. Still kind of, or now I'm like reaching out and trying to grab hold of you.
I think that Chet like backs up and has a fight or flight moment, and he goes into fight, and he like tries to like surge forward and toss this thing over the side of the rail.
All right, let's see that attack.
Time to put Kitty down. I rolled a 17.
All right, so what do?
So like Chet grabs the ripped shirt at the like shoulder and kind of grabs like one of the belt loops on what kind of pants was Kitty wearing? Were they jeans?
Oh, they were like khaki shorts. You know those like khaki shorts from like the 2000s that like
Yeah.
So
he like grabs the shoulder and like the waist and just kind of does a quick spin and hucks Kitty back off the side again.
So Kitty goes silently flying into the dark. What do you do now?
I'm going to turn and run to catch up with Chance.
All right, let's see an escape.
13, I do it.
All right, so as you're successfully escaping, you see kind of a hand come up on the edge of the area around the exit and kind of start pulling itself up or something. But yeah, you managed to kind of run down the same exit hallway you find yourself above ground again, kind of coming out of this little cement hut. Chance is nowhere to be seen, though. They have run off, but you were also kind of like, to your left is more of the theme park. To your right is the large castle you're trying to get to. You're inside of the fence and stuff like that at this point. Which way do you go?
I'm going to yell out for Chance. I'm going to say, Chance, where are you? Little buddy. And then, do I see like anything that was knocked over very clearly recently that would give me an indication of which way he went?
Give me a read.
I can't do that. I got a 4.
I mean, yeah, there's a bunch of like knocked over trash cans and some like obviously recently disturbed bushes and stuff heading off to the Horrorland part of the park.
Yeah, that's clearly where he went.
That was off to your left, yeah.
Yeah, that's clearly where he went.
Yeah, of course.
I'll head over there.
So, Chance, you are kind of inside the castle at the center of this park, and you've managed to kind of navigate through some of the weird kind of like refuse and lockup maze. And like, as you're going deeper and deeper into this, it's very obvious something or someone has kind of concocted a maze by dragging various movable parts of the theme park there. Like it's almost like you're being spiraled towards the center of the like main center of the castle. What are you doing at this point? You're just kind of racing along, you're just trying to run. Like, what are you doing?
Mainly just racing along for a bit, but then now that I'm realizing where I'm at, I kind of piece together that I'm near the kind of the castle, which is the middle of the.
Oh, you're in the castle at this point. Yeah, like you're underneath it, definitely, or kind of within the confines of it.
Okay. So the first thing I want to do is make sure that I'm alone, or make sure that whatever, make sure I wasn't being chased by anything. So I kind of just hide for a bit and see if anything is following me. But assuming nothing was, and like I feel like the coast is clear.
So are you hiding or are you investigating the situation?
Well, I'm hiding, but also kind of like looking to see if like something was following me. So like, I guess,
Give me a read.
Yeah. All right. 16.
Yeah, nothing's following you yet. You seem to be alone for now. And you were definitely kind of slowly being spiraled and funneled towards some central thing.
Okay. So at this point, my goal is to just kind of move forward, find something that I can take that looks good, and then just get the hell out, because
there is nothing like that where you're at.
Okay. So since I'm kind of just being funneled into this point, I'm just naturally following the path, because that's just kind of the path. I mean, that's just what I have ahead of me. So I will follow the path of whatever I'm being funneled to at this point.
Yeah. Jumping back to Chet, you've kind of wandered into the haunted horror land of this park, if you will. And it's a very well thought out combination of like a Transylvania castle that sits right next to a obviously abandoned cowboy ghost town, as it overlooks that from a hill, and like there's a big central well in the center of it, and off to your left is like a mad scientist lab, all just obviously cohesively merged together into one kind of haunted area.
He'll start walking around, and he's like, he starts calling out for Chance. Chance!
All right, so you read.
15, success.
Yeah, you're not finding Chance, and you're starting to think that maybe you're in the wrong place. Like, you can see the castle behind you. It doesn't really make sense you would come here at this point.
I'll double back. Castle.
So as you're kind of realizing this, though, you hear like the creak of various doors from the various kind of cowboy-themed buildings start to like swing back and forth as some wind whips through and just starts moving the doors around.
I'm going to just ignore them and kind of jog my way there, keeping my head on a swivel.
All right. See you sports.
Sports, you say. I got a 10.
May I take this 10?
We both get to do something.
Ooh. So from the top of the bell tower of the Wild West land that you're kind of in, you notice something from like the corner of your eye that catches your attention. And it looks like Trevor Rollins from your team. He is he's your receiver. This is your best friend and basically confidant, seeing as how you two work together to make sure all your plays are doing real well. He's not looking too good, and it seems as if, oh no, he's fallen off of the bell tower, and as he hits the ground, you don't really hear any kind of like crunching or anything else like that. It just sounds like someone had dropped like silly putty on the ground as he hits the ground and just doesn't really even bounce.
Like splatters outwards almost or something?
He splatters outwards and just like deflates, almost as if he doesn't really have any bones.
Holy fuck, Trev, are you okay? I'm gonna like stop and look on.
With a slosh, Trevor kind of picks up his arm limply, and it just kind of slaps down in front of you. And you can see him kind of struggling to start moving his other arm as it looks like Trevor's about to start almost like crawling.
Oh, whoa. Fuck. Stay back, buddy.
Chat.
Oh, fuck that. I'm gonna run.
So in the path you were going to run earlier, there's now that figure from earlier. It stands at about 10 feet tall. It's thin, almost avian now that you're seeing it better, and you can see the details this time. It appears to be wearing kind of like almost like would normally be like a comical like jester cloak of some kind made of dark shiny blacks and dark shiny purples. Should have a jester mask on, but its face just kind of this inky blackness under the hood for that. It's just staring at you with pale, almost like void white eyes. So you've got, what was his name again? Crawling towards you?
I just called him Trev.
You've got Trev crawling towards you and this thing standing in the path that you just came from that would lead you back to the castle.
Oh, fuck. Okay. Right. Got a linebacker on my left. Trev, he's playing for the other team. Some fucking guy in front of me. Scramble out of the pocket. I'm to make a touchdown. I'm going to bull rush him and try to knock him over and go past this thing in my way.
All right, so you're going to try and attack?
Yeah, I guess it is technically an attack, but I'm basically just trying to like push through to...
Yeah, it's an attack.
That's a 13.
So the good news is when you hit this thing, it like you just pass right through it like it's dust almost. But as you come out the backside, it's like stepping through smoke or thick fog. And if you look back over your shoulder, it's just gone. Both the things are just gone all of a sudden.
Fuck this. I'm going to run to the castle yelling, Chance! Please don't be dead, guy!
Let's see the sports.
That's a 12. I will use 1 hope to use hope for the best. Give me a +1.
All right.
For a 13.
Jumping back to Chance. Let's see a read to see if you hear Chet.
Okay. A read, you said?
Yep.
16.
Yeah. You hear kind of off in the distance Chet yelling for you. Do you wait for him? Do you kind of push on? What do you do?
So since I heard Chet, I'm going to go ahead and run over and investigate.
All right. Investigate what, I guess? Just kind of Chet calling for you?
Yeah, I'm going to go see what's going on because since I hear Chet and I'm assuming that he escaped from where I ran, that he's gotten out. And so hopefully we can regroup at that point.
All right. So yeah, you're running at him. He's running at you. You eventually kind of reconvene back at like the entrance to this castle spiral thing you've been navigating slowly. What do you do from here?
Okay. It's good to see you, little guy.
Holy shit. Are you okay?
Oh man, I've been worse, like I got the entire enemy team all over, seeing them left and right, man.
What are you talking about? Huh?
There's like monsters trying to sack me, dude.
I don't know what that. I'm going to assume they're trying to get you. Like,
yeah, they're trying to get me.
Okay. I please. The sports terminology is killing me in this situation. Okay.
Okay. Look. All right. We got to get the hell out of here.
Yeah. We need to go. I think at this point we just cut our losses and just get out.
Yeah. We say fuck it.
Yeah. Whatever. This is not worth it. And I would like to use, or at least try to remember what the layout was in the map that I saw for the theme park and try to use landmarks to find our way out.
Yeah, so you're at the center of the park, more or less. Like, you could go more central into the castle. That would be the true center, but kind of your options are to go back through the horror land, to go back through the story land, to go through kind of the thrill area, to go through the kind of eating food court area, to go through the kind of carnival game area, or to go through the water park.
If I remember correctly, from where we are right now, what would be I don't want to go back the way we came because that's where we saw all that stuff. What would be the next fastest way to get out of the park?
I mean, assuming one of the answer to that is whatever one of the paths has a bridge still linked up to it. Like, you're more or less at the center. No one of these is necessarily closer than the others. Potentially the kids Storyland area will be faster because that's where the entrance, like the main entrance of the park is. That's probably a little bit closer, but you know for a fact that the bridge that should connect that to the castle is busted. That's where you fell down to the moat earlier.
Okay. So then I wouldn't want to head back where we were previously. So my goal would, or I guess my idea would be to head into, I guess, in the other direction as long as it leads towards an exit, if you will. So,
I mean, Chet managed to get from kind of the horror land to the castle, which means it at least has a bridge.
Okay. And what is that? What area did you say that was? That's
the horror land thing with the haunted castle and the cowboy land and the mad science castle all kind of slammed together into one thing.
Okay. And we haven't gone through there yet, right?
I mean, Chet was there briefly.
Just now, or that's how they got in?
Just now.
Oh, I don't want to go in that direction then. So what's one of the areas we haven't gone through yet? Is it the children's area?
I mean, you came through the children's area originally. Like, technically, Kitten entered through the kind of food court area, and Chet entered through the kind of funland area, for lack of a better phrase, the carnival stuff, because it's more off the kind of beaten path. It's more around the park. So they've been through there, but you all kind of met up in the story area where the body was.
Okay. So I'm looking over at Chet and I go, okay, the place where I came from, that place, it's probably not going to work out. We need to work another way out. Where did you come in from?
I don't really remember, man.
Oh, fuck. Okay. What do you remember seeing? Do you remember seeing anything in particular? Like, did you see a food court? Did you see, like, I don't know. Give me something, man.
Look, why don't we just go back to where that sign, that'll show us where the exits are.
Yeah, they would have multiple things that would show, like, the directories. So from where we're standing, is there another, like, little, like, stand that would show a map of, like, you are here kind of thing?
Yeah, give me a read.
Okay. I rolled a 17.
Yeah, you managed to find one of those. It's easy enough to do. Like I said, you're kind of at the center of the park. So technically the Storyland and main entrance is closest, but you'd have to kind of go out and around the castle probably to get to it. But also, the Horrorland Bridge exists, which means you can kind of go out and around through that hypothetically.
Okay. So then that would be my path to go then. It would be go to the horror area then.
Yeah, at least partially.
Yeah, so I go to Chet and go, okay, this is where we came from. We know that part sucks. So we'd have to go around a lot going through here. But, and I hate to say it, but if we go to the horror area, there's a bridge to get us to the exit.
All right, let's fucking do it. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, let's just book it, follow the path, and let's get out. And so I'll make note of landmarks along the way so we can keep track of our location, and we just start heading over there.
All right. So you're running at this point. You're trying to be stealthy. How are you doing this?
A jog, probably.
I would say kind of a good jog, maybe, like, obviously not too loud as to attract noise, but definitely not a very slow scenic route walk. Like, it's definitely accelerated pacing.
Let's see a sports from both of you.
19 for me.
11, and I'm going to go ahead and use Hope for the Better to give me a +2, and that'll put me at 13. And I haven't used that yet.
All right. Yeah, so you're booking it through the park. You kind of get out past the bridge. You start looping back around towards the main entrance you came in through. As you're doing this, though, kind of like the lights are flickering on and off as you're moving through, more and more of them are dying. You hear kind of just slams of doors and sounds of things. You hear kind of other people out in the park interacting with something. Like you're assuming there are other people that came in to try and grab some of the merch or something like that. Give me a cool as you're running to kind of hold it together as you're making it through all this.
11 for me.
3.
Oof. Where are y'all's health's at?
I have 2 damaged wounds from earlier, so I'm 2 wounds.
I have 1.
All right. So for my move on both of this, I'm going to say you both kind of, because you're trying to move through this fast, you're distracted, you both trip and fall and hurt yourself some, like land too hard or something. You're both going to take 2 points of damage. What do you got to do with your moves, Jad?
Just clarification, we're kind of like at the front gate, right?
You're in the kind of little kid storyland right now. Like it's lots of like Mother Goose and other dated kind of nursery rhyme themed stuff.
All right, cool. So I'm going to use a free move to make a noise. All of a sudden you hear the speakers kind of click on and you hear almost like a familiar melody start playing through the air, but it seems very distorted and seems very out of place for what it is. You realize it's Melissa Etheridge's Comes to My Window. And it's a very confusing thing as to why a slowed down, kind of distorted version of that song starts playing. But in that moment of just kind of like dawning upon a realization, you notice that Kitten has kind of appeared behind a ticketing booth almost. Like, you know, those little freestand booths where you can grab like ride tickets, and they have got that little corner, or not corner, but like little cutout for you to kind of slide things underneath and whatnot. She starts reaching through it, and she starts kind of, her body just starts amorphously passing through that small little hole as she's grabbing the outer edge and pulling herself through, and is now coming after you.
Is she like in the way of our path forward?
No, she is not in the way of your path forward, but she is now basically 3/4 of the way slid through like a small opening, much like an octopus.
She's like almost like an intercept path, I'd say, something.
Yes, she's gonna. She could be in the way if you don't run past her fast enough, or like you may have to reroute or figure something out. But you could make it.
A chance. How much hope do you have, by the way?
I think I'm thinking the same thing you are. I have 4 hope right now. Are you thinking of doing a get out of here?
Yeah.
Yeah, we need 6, so I have 4 on me.
I also have 4.
So we could pull 3 and 3 and run a get out of here.
Yeah.
Okay, then we'll both use get out of here.
So, do you want to be the one doing get out of here? I'm happy for if you don't.
What's your wounds at?
I have 3 wounds.
Okay, I have 4, so I'll be the one to use it then. So yeah, let's pull it, and we'll kind of on mine. Well, no, because technically it wouldn't account for both of us because we're both pulling it, or I don't know. That's a
Pool their hope to give one of them the chance to get away.
Yeah, so which one of us is getting away?
Oh.
See, I'm happy being the one staying behind.
We would have to roll a sports otherwise, right, to get out?
Mm-hmm.
You have a better chance with the sports than I do because my rolls have been horrible.
If we use a get out, do we have to roll to get away still, or one person?
No. One of you gets out automatically. The other one will have to try and make their way out still.
All right. Do a get out of here. I got it, Chance.
Are you sure?
Yeah, you go. I'll take care of this.
All right. And yeah, I'll book it again. And I guess, yeah, I'll pop 3 of my hope for that. Get out of here. That'll put me at 1.
Going to tango with this kitty individual. I'm basically like running, and as I see she splits off to intercept, I like pat Chance on the back and yell go as I split off to like intercept and do like a like spear or just kind of like slow kitty down.
You gotta try and like lure her away, or you gotta try and attack her?
It's an attack.
All right, let's see an attack then.
13.
Nice. And I've just run off then at this point.
So to paint the scene, Chance, you are hightailing it towards the gate. Chet, you have just tackled the thing that may or may not have been Kitty at one point, or a kitten, I guess, more accurately. What do you do from there? You kind of knocked it down to the ground. Are you on it? You just kind of like shoulder tackle it? What'd you do?
I like shoulder checked it.
Yeah.
And as I did, like I stopped, put a bunch of my shoulder, made this thing sprawl out. And then I'm taking off right after Chance, keeping an eye out to try to intercept anything else that comes after him.
Let's see a sports.
13.
That is just enough. The thing that was Kitty kind of like does one last desperate grab at your ankles. You hightail it off. Chance, you are like part of the way through slipping out the gate as Chet just comes barreling up behind you. Like you push him the rest of the way through. Do you wait a couple seconds to try and find another way through?
I'm going to just go over.
All right, cool. You find a way to climb over or something like that?
Like when somebody's sprinting at a fence?
Yeah, that's the big jump. Yep.
Yeah.
Let's see a sports just to see how well you do this. This will be a no penalty on this.
Ooh, I rolled an 8.
All right, so the good news is you clear the fence. The bad news is you eat it and hit it hard on the ground coming over type of thing. Chance, you managed to kind of navigate the rest of the way through. And as you're kind of one of you's lying on the ground, I'm assuming Chance, you're kind of out of breath at this point. A couple other kids come over and go, "Where's the merch?"
"Right here, asshole." And I hold up my middle finger.
And I just kind of like heavy breathing, and I saw Chet's like putting out the middle finger, and I just like still like heaving whatever, and I also just join him in putting up the middle finger to the kids as well.
On behalf of all of us at Negative Modifier, thank you for listening, and we do hope you enjoyed this episode. If you are not already a subscriber, please consider becoming one, partially so you do not miss our next episode, but mostly because it helps new listeners find us. In addition to that, if you liked the episode, please consider clicking the thumbs up button below. If you'd like to further support the show, please consider joining us on Discord or becoming a Patreon patron.